I'm Steve Jasper and I'm the jet lag guy. Welcome to this week's episode of Jet Lag in the News. A lot of research has come out this week, so let's get right into it. In Sydney, in a study of 69 young people seeking mental health care, the researchers found that many were experiencing social jet lag, where your body clock is out of sync with your daily routine, some 23%. The researchers had the participants in a sleep lab where they measured melatonin and cortisol levels as well as body temperature. When these three measures are out of sync with each other, there's a potential problem. The more the circadian rhythm was out of sync, the greater the symptoms of depression. The researchers concluded that for mental health support, considering the circadian rhythm could be a useful and exciting new way to treat mental health issues of young people. So that has implications for jet lag as well. Managing your jet lag will help manage your mood. Also, from America, a very large study of sleep patterns and wearable devices with 6,785 participants, and they found that REM sleep and deep sleep decreased the likelihood of obesity, hyperlipidemia, that's too much lipid in the bloodstream, too much fat, hypertension, depression, and anxiety. The study showed the importance of sleep in the prevention of chronic disease development. Again, really important implications for jet lag. From Spain, we have news of a study of adolescent mice and circadian rhythm disruption, or what they called chronodisruption. The researchers disrupted the mice's circadian rhythms, which mimic social jet lag, and found disruptions in parts of the brain, the hypothalamus and the hippocampus. The reason for the research is that human adolescents also frequently experience social jet lag, which is associated with reduced academic performance and impaired emotional regulation. The researchers were looking for the mechanism of circadian disruptions and found in the mice that social jet lag induced, and I'm quoting directly here, impairments in short-term social and spatial memory without prompting anxiety-like behavior. This research may deliver some insights into long-term implications of social jet lag for cognitive functions and overall health. Qantas is back in the news again, and for another not very good reason. Passengers flying from Townsville to Mount Isa had to land early for mechanical reason in the outback town of Cloncurry, which is 140 kilometres or 87 miles east of Mount Isa, about an hour and a half's drive. The airline left up to 30 passengers stranded in Cloncurry overnight. Qantas staff told the passengers they actually needed to find their own accommodation for the night, which was quite a scramble for the approximately 30 passengers in a small town of 3,000 people. A Qantas spokesperson has said, and I'm quote, "Our communication with customers should have been better in this instance." And Qantas is reimbursing the passengers for their expenses. There's definitely some room for improvement there. Also out of Australia, and also from Qantas, a lot of Australian news today for some reason. Qantas and the Charles Perkins Centre have been looking at supporting travellers with jet lag because of the new long-haul flights on Qantas Dreamliner. And it turns out that chocolate could be useful for jet lag. I am there for it. Also, adding chili to the chocolate can be beneficial, and I love chili chocolate. Other dietary measures that are supporting passengers include combining protein-rich foods, such as fish and chicken, with swiftly digested carbs, as well as soups and milky desserts. This is how you do better, Qantas. Tomorrow's date is 24/7, and I'll be doing special messages on my LinkedIn channel with the circadian rhythm theme. It's a big day at Jetlag Guy HQ, and if you follow me on LinkedIn, you'll see special posts from me throughout the day. And if you aren't following me on LinkedIn, come join me, and I'll see you there. And finally, again in Australia, a humpback whale was spotted in Sydney Harbour, which slightly disrupted the ferry schedules because it was right next to, at one point, Circular Quay, which is the main ferry terminal in Sydney. But it certainly did provide commuters with something to see that you don't normally see on your commute. Quoting whale expert Dr. Vanessa Perotta, New South Wales Maritime and New South Wales National Parks and Wildlife are literally escorting a school bus-sized mammal out of the harbour. It was inquisitive and relaxed and has now left Sydney Harbour. I've seen dolphins in Sydney Harbour a few times, but never a humpback whale. Something that, if you're very lucky, you might see when you fly to Sydney, Australia. If you have any questions or want to know more about what I do, check out my website at www.jetlagguide.com.au. There's another book on the way, and you'll be the first to know when it's released. And that's this week's Jet Lag in the News. I'm Steve Jasper. Thank you for your attention.